Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us here on WYLN News Tonight. I'm Gary Perna. We start this Monday with a crash in Banks Township that sent one person to the hospital and shut down a busy roadway. The crash happened around 5 this morning on Spring Mountain Road in Banks Township. The car rolled and ended up in a ditch on the side of the road that leads into Weatherly. The driver was trapped inside for about 2 hours while fire and rescue crews worked to free the driver. The driver was taken by McAdoo Ambulance to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton for treatment. Crews from McAdoo, Beaver Meadows, Weatherly, Hazel Township, and Hazleton City all worked at the scene this morning in Banks Township. It was a lightning strike that started a fire at a house in Tresco Sunday evening. Fire crews from McAdoo were called to the fire just after 6:30 Sunday night, shortly after a strong storm moved through our area. According to McAdoo fire officials, a lightning strike at the peak of the home was the cause. When crews arrived on location, they found smoke and flames in the rear of the home. The home is owned by Carbon County Sheriff Tony Harvilla. He and his wife, along with their dog, were able to make it out in time, and they escaped before fire crews arrived on scene. Within 15 minutes, firefighters had that fire under control. No injuries were reported. McAdoo was assisted by Beaver Meadows, Hazel Township, Hometown, Shepton, and Weatherly Fire Companies. Now to a fire that broke out Sunday morning in Hazel Township. Firefighters were called to a home in the Hollywood section of the township for that fire. No injuries were reported when the fire broke out in a bathroom of a single-family home at 37 Baker Street. Fire crews say the fire was caused by careless smoking, and crews contained that fire within 10 minutes. 2 adults and several dogs that were at home at the time. Crews from Hazel Township Fire and Rescue, along with Harwoods Fire Company and Lehigh Valley EMS, all responded to that call. One more fire to tell you about. This one happened early Sunday morning in Bloomsburg. The massive fire destroyed 2 homes and damaged 3 others in Bloomsburg on Sunday, and now crews are searching for a possible body inside the rubble. According to Bloomsburg's fire chief, it was only a matter of minutes from before the double-block home on Fair Street was completely engulfed in flames. The chief said crews spent 5 hours getting those flames under control. 4 people lived in a duplex that is now leveled. Right now, all but 1 person is accounted for. A Pennsylvania State Police fire marshal is investigating that cause of the fire in Bloomsburg. A Rush Township man will be on probation for the next 5 years after he admitted to setting fire to his own home. 64-year-old Alan Camino was charged with shooting a handgun before setting his house on fire at 32 Bentitus Road on October 10th of 2018. He pled guilty to reckless burning and recklessly endangering another person. President Judge William Baldwin sentenced him to 5 years of probation. He must also pay costs and contribute $50 to the criminal enhancement account, and was ordered to submit a DNA sample to law enforcement. A criminal complaint was filed against a Pottsville man accused of having sexual contact with a 13-year-old minor. 29-year-old Raymond Daniel Zawigi was admitted to rape. He was told the victim, police, that he had unwanted sexual contact with her while she was visiting family members back in November of 2018. He was charged by Pottsville police with rape, aggravated indecent assault, indecent exposure, and corruption of minors. He was arraigned and taken to the Schuylkill County Prison, unable to post $100,000 straight cash bail. The governor of Pennsylvania has ordered flags to fly at half-staff in honor of a Pennsylvania state trooper who died on duty over the weekend in suburban Philadelphia. The state police say other troopers responded to the westbound lanes of Interstate 276 in Bucks County at about 11:30 Saturday morning after 58-year-old trooper Donald Baskett failed to answer his radio. State police say he was found unresponsive outside his patrol vehicle after an apparent medical episode. Baskett enlisted in the Pennsylvania State Police in October of 2001 and was assigned to the patrol section of Troop T, King of Prussia, at the time of his death. A graduate of the 110th Cadet class, Baskett was also a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. Coming up on WYLN News, gearing up for Election Day, plus restoring Pennsylvania was a topic of an event this weekend. Those details are ahead, but first, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. We're going to see partly cloudy skies for Election Day, a high 65, so some good weather to go out and vote. On Wednesday, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies, a high of 69, and there's a chance for some thunderstorms in the evening on Thursday. Friday not looking bad either. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer is more than just a great place to grab 6-packs to go. You can also enjoy great draft beer, including their exclusive Three Ornina milk stouts. Take it to go in a crowler or mix and match bottles of your favorite craft beers. Or just cool down with one of their slushies. Check out the Georgetown Pub Fare menu, including their Flight and Bites with your choice of sauces and 5-ounce draft beers. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania Lottery games. Don't forget to check out their website and Facebook for tasting events. Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer in Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow.
One day I had a dull ache on my right side. They found a growth on my uterus. I thought it is probably cancer.
When I first met Catherine, the first thing I wanted to do was reassure her that she was going to receive excellent care. We had to address this cancer right away.
Trust the leading cancer care experts at Lehigh Valley Cancer Institute to give you hope and more, with access to more clinical trials and advanced treatment options.
I'm cancer-free thanks to Lehigh Valley Hospital.
We have a traffic advisory to pass along to motorists traveling through one section of Wilkes-Barre. Railroad Street between George Avenue and Mill Street will be closed beginning today. Crews will be working on the George Avenue Streetscape project. The closure is expected to last through Thursday, May 23rd. Well, voting day for the Pennsylvania primaries is tomorrow, and officials in Schuylkill County have done the work to make sure that all votes are safe and secure. The Schuylkill County Election Bureau's director, Franny Brennan, oversaw the preparations for the upcoming election. The voting machines in Schuylkill County are not hooked up to the internet, so they cannot be hacked. The county hopes to replace the old voting machines with new ones that leave a paper trail by 2020. Four voting machine companies have already made proposals to the county. County Commissioner George Halkovich said the county is negotiating with the state for funding to buy those new machines. Well, as I just said, Election Day is tomorrow. Polls open at 7 a.m. and will close at 8 p.m. Ahead of primary Election Day, Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro is providing resources for Pennsylvania voters about their voting rights and when to turn or where to turn if they experience any problems at the polls. The voters' guides can be viewed and download at theattorneygeneral.gov/voting. If you have any problems at the polls, you can call your County Board of Elections or the Pennsylvania Department of State. You can find the contact information for local county boards of elections and the Attorney General's voter guide, and also at votespa.com. And remember, WYLN TV will be airing starting at 8 p.m. for our live election results and coverage. Our powerhouse political team will be breaking down the races, and we'll have live interviews throughout the night. You can join us again from 8 till 10 p.m. right here on WYLN TV. 16,000 tons of Bethlehem steel collapsed in a matter of seconds Sunday as a demolition crew imploded Martin's Tower, the defunct steelmaker's former world headquarters. Crowds gathered Sunday to watch the demolition of the area's tallest building, the 21-story building that opened at the height of Bethlehem Steel's power and profitability. America's second largest steelmaker went out of business in 2003. Governor Tom Wolf was in Steelton Friday to discuss how Restore Pennsylvania will help revitalize our steel towns. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more on that story.
Governor Tom Wolf was joined by local leaders on a walking tour of downtown Steelton Friday to observe blighted business fronts and discuss how Restore Pennsylvania could assist with revitalizing Pennsylvania's communities. The governor's plan will help communities in the Commonwealth address blight, expand broadband access, mitigate the effects of localized flooding, and expand green infrastructure, restoring communities after long neglect.
Restore Pennsylvania is an effort to raise $4.5 billion, and we raise it from a severance tax, a common sense, reasonable severance tax that is on top of the impact fee. The combination is actually proposed to be less than what the Texas severance tax is.
We in Pennsylvania pay a severance tax that goes to support schools, roads, and bridges in Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Alaska, while no one in those states is paying for ours.
If we take this tax, $300 million a year, securitize it at 5%, that comes to about $4.5 billion that we could raise in the next 4 years to go to help communities just like this. Not for problems that we think are important in Harrisburg, problems that they have right here, that affect the people who live right here, nowhere else. And we could have most of that be paid for by people who don't even live in Pennsylvania.
Wolf wants to help areas like Steelton, and with Restore Pennsylvania, Wolf guarantees that our government can do just that. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Now the governor will continue on that tour of the state promoting his plan tomorrow. He will stop in Carbon County, and WYLN will have a crew there, and we'll have much more on that story tomorrow here at 5:30. Numerous festivals took place this weekend, including the 12th annual Kabasi Festival right in the heart of downtown Shenandoah. The event draws a large crowd each and every year. Kabasi fanatics tried products like Kabasi pizza, Kabasi mac and cheese, and Kabasi cheesesteaks. Sounds pretty good. Attendees also stood in line for items from Kabasi Kings, Kovalonics, Lucky's, and Capital Foods. The winners who participated in the annual Kabasi Cook-Off also walked away with trophies. Organizers say this year's festival drew in record crowds, and most vendors sold out of their products by the time the festival was over. Now I'm hungry. Coming up on Hazelton's News Choice, we are all aboard as our Paula Degnan gives us information on a summer train tour. Plus, a former governor's picture was hung in the state capitol. Stay with us. More news is coming up right after the break.
Save now on a vehicle that blends city style with wilderness spirit. It's the Jeep Celebration event at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get outside in a new Jeep Wrangler Sport 4x4 starting at $33,799. Learn more at allamericanjeep.net.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazelton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is honored to serve you. And this month, we're honoring those who have served us during the Bigger Things sales event. Lease a new 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn 4x4 for just $269 a month. Learn more at allamericanjeep.net.
Welcome to Community and You, and we are going on the train. Choo, choo, choo with Michelle Riley from the Mountaintop Rotary Club. Where are we going?
Hi, Paula.
Hi.
Well, once again, we are going to Old Historic Jim Thorpe, just like we did last year when you made the trip with us.
It was fantastic.
Yes. We go through the Lehigh Valley Gorge, the beautiful trails through a couple tunnels over the river. It's gorgeous.
But you've changed things a little bit this year.
You know what? We did it in September last year to try to catch some fall foliage, but seemed to work out better in the summer. So it will be Saturday, July 6th.
Saturday, July 6th. Mark that down on the calendar. Now, before we even talk about the ride, how do we get tickets?
So we can get tickets 3 different ways. You can go to Eventbrite. You can even Google RotaryTrainRide.com. You'll find it. The tickets are available there online, as well as at the Century 21 Smith Horgan office in Mountaintop, which is located right on Route 309. It's actually 69 North Mountain Boulevard. Or you can mail to our P.O. Box office, P.O. Box 244, a check, and then we would have your tickets at the will call table for you.
And you also have a Facebook page.
We do have a Facebook page, so the Rotary Club of Mountaintop, so you can check us out, and there'll be more information on there about the train as well.
Let's talk about the train. Last year, is it the same engine?
It's going to be the 425.
Oh,
that
the
beautiful
425.
engine.
You
yeah,
can't see it
it's like
real well, but we'll give it to you better.
Sports car
Yeah.
of steam engines. So yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful piece. This will be our 5th time taking it out. They're kind enough to let us use it once a year, so we're excited about it. It gets a big draw.
Hi, Matt. We have to say hi to Matt.
Hi, Matt.
He was the train buddy last year.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you did such a wonderful job as hostess.
Thank you so
Went
much.
to all the different cars.
Right. We have an EMT or a paramedic on board, so we make sure we go through all the cars and introduce him to everyone in case someone needs any assistance. We have to hand out brochures of everything you can do in Jim Thorpe, so all of the museums and the restaurants, lots of things to do there while you're in town. Go shopping.
And you're talking about the fact that it leaves from Mountaintop.
It does, absolutely.
How does that work?
So Penobscot Train Yard is where the train will be parked. I actually bring it the night before and they let it run all night long. The parking, though, will be at the Mountaintop Host Company number 1, which is very close by, not even a quarter mile away. You park there and then we bus you down to the train. And then when we come back, we'll bus you back up to your cars. It only takes 20 minutes at the most to get everybody to their cars at the end of the day.
And what
Very quick.
a ride.
Beautiful.
And it's so much fun, the people.
Out waving to you when you drive by.
Yeah,
some people, they chase the train. At every intersection, you see the same people again.
Well, I noticed that. We kept saying, there's that yellow car again. Well, he's there and he's there and he's there.
Right.
It's quite a spectacular event.
Yeah, they set their tripods up for their cameras when this one rolls into town because it is a beautiful engine.
Now,
Gorgeous.
Jim Thorpe, lots of things to do.
Lots to do in there. And again, we'll hand pamphlets out with all of the restaurants and the shopping and the museums. There's the prison there that you can go tour. Asa Packer Mansion. There's actually 2 buildings there. But yeah, so much to do and see.
And
it's beautiful.
I have to caution you. Get to those things early because as soon as you get off the train, everybody's there. We waited. We actually went and ate and took our time. And by the time we got there, they were like, "Oh well, we might have a few more." But then, and the day goes by so fast.
It does. Well, so we depart at 9:30 in the morning. We start boarding at 8:30 in the morning. Depart at 9:30, and then we get you back into Mountaintop about 5:30 p.m. So it's just enough time. It's like a full day, but not too long.
It is perfect. And the other cool thing, if you haven't ever been, I've been on a train or 2, but nothing like this. The seats. Yes. So you bring the gang with you, and they can sit and look at each other.
Face each other, right?
Yeah.
They flip back and forth. It's really cool.
Then you don't have to fight about who's going to see where you were going or where, because you can switch them around the other time.
Very true. Very true. It's so much fun. Fun for all.
Yes, it is. Now give everybody once again all of the details because tickets must be going pretty fast.
Tickets are going fast, so you want to call today and get your tickets. It will be Saturday, July 6th. You can get tickets from Eventbrite. So those are your online tickets. You can also come to Century 21 Smith Horgan office in Mountaintop, located on Route 309, or send the money in an envelope to our P.O. Box 244, Mountaintop, Pennsylvania, and then we would have your tickets at the will call table. As with Eventbrite, your tickets will be at the will call table because you must have a ticket to board the train.
And what are we talking? How much money?
The train company sets the price at $70 per ticket.
And that is just well worth it. You are going to have a blast. Here it is. We'll have it all up on the screen, so don't try to sneak into your TV right there so you can read it. Michelle Riley, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a great pleasure talking to you. Take care.
Worth the trip, and we hope that you'll join us again soon on Community and You.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the kids are free, where fans become friends, where good times roll. And the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends. Bring your family. Just bring it. Pocono style. New this year, the Great Pocono Raceway Air Show.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 570-384-2314.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Thursday, Wyln TV will air a live forum that will deal with the ongoing opioid crisis that is happening in our communities. The forum is called State of Emergency Opioid Crisis, Searching for Solutions, Support, and Recovery. The forum is being put on by the Hazleton Standard Speaker newspaper with support from Wyln TV, SSP TV, the Hazleton Area School District, the Wilsey Center, and is being sponsored by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. The doors to the Wilsey Center will open at 6 p.m., and everyone is invited to attend and learn and listen. The forum will start at 6:30 and be televised live from 6:30 to 8 right here on Wyln TV. The Drop the Drugs van will also be on hand at the event. We hope to see everyone out at the event on Thursday, May 23rd. There will also be some resource tables set up in the lobby of the Wilsey Center for that event. This past Friday, Governor Tom Wolf unveiled the official portrait of the Commonwealth's 45th governor, Edward Rendell, who joined him in Harrisburg. The portrait of every governor hangs in the Pennsylvania State Capitol. Wolf said all the things that happened under Rendell's watch are something to be proud of.
All of us have the same stories. We were really proud to work for him, proud to work in public service, especially in his administration. And I think we did some great things, and this gave us a chance to celebrate all those good things.
Rendell had the joy of knowing that he got everything paid every day to use his energy, talent to make people's lives better. He said it's a wonderful way to live and that he would do it all over again.
Yeah, I don't think living politicians should have things named after them. You do want to be honored for the things you did, not for your persona, but for the things you accomplished that changed the lives of people.
Rendell said he always gets asked what the things he's most proud of as mayor or governor. And for governor, Rendell said his administration made progress in 3 important areas: education, the economy, and the environment.
But in the end, here was the great thing about Edward G. Rendell. He said what he meant what he said, and in large part he did what he said he would do. And that is indeed a rare thing. Thank you all.
All right, that's the news. You can get news updates on the Wyln News Facebook page. And stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln TV. See you on Election Day.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out!